Initially, I don't know how many of the new models, because a lot of them have been Space Marines and Orcs, because those are the things getting pushed right now.
Yep.
But have you taken a look at any of the new, like, weird
Uh,
boys or anything like that?
I've peeked at some stuff, but not super up to date. No.
It's kind of interesting to me. It's kind of the long running joke that I keep hearing online that Space Marines get new things all the time. But as I've been looking at all the models that have come out, every other faction is getting really cool units,
Oh yeah.
really cool faction specific units, really cool ideas, and all the Space Marine models really aren't
Yeah.
grabbing me. It's
It's
here's
a Marine.
here's flying captain, just like last flying captain, and
The Jet Chaplain, I guess,
the
is
jet chaplain.
cool.
Yeah, even even in that, it's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I was
I mean, there's so
hoping
many
for
ways you
necessarily,
can
but
iterate on Space Marine.
so and then we have the terrain. They've added a lot more context to that.
Hmm.
No more just large right angle
Yep.
grid
That's a
squares.
decent change, I think.
I I like a lot of the terrain changes. I was hoping for terrain changes. I'm so glad they've done them. And the fact that they've actually given height bonuses now to hit is awesome, especially for knights.
Hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
it also now feels more cinematic if you take your rocket launcher team high up in a
Yeah, put them
building
on top.
against a knight so that the knight isn't just firing down on them and you can aim at the knight's head. I don't know. It's so more
Oh yeah,
cinematic and
have my
cool.
death marks teleport up somewhere high and
Yeah, yeah. And I love the new primary mission system. I think it's awesome.
I think it's interesting. I
Yeah.
feel like it's definitely going to not be 100% functional on release,
Yes, I agree.
but I think if it's done well and it has a little bit of tweaking, asymmetric missions could be a very cool shakeup for 40K. Um,
I hope the thing that I hope they do, because asymmetric missions will be fantastic for 40K. What I hope they do is because I agree with you. When the edition first comes out, people are going to use the old codex detachments
mhm.
to break this system. My concern is that what I think they could do is as codexes come out, they give new detachments that are more cohesive with the system and they push out the old. I think that'd be
Yeah.
perfect. My concern is that it's going to get broken by the old detachment so fast that they scrap the idea before even getting the new detachments out in just like an FAQ. I really don't want them to do that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, vehicles. Certain vehicles can now enter into terrain blueprints, which is fun.
Mhm.
I love it. Thankfully,
It
it's going to help so many armies.
it will definitely help those weird things where it's like, oh, well, you can't actually fit through there. Why? I can fit the model through there. Oh, but the footprint
But the footprint.
means that you get stuck.
I have an Imperial Knight. You're telling me he can't fit?
Um,
Yeah, and
but the
yeah.
question is, will they finally figure out how to deal with pivot?
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Uh, just the 2-inch pivot. Yeah, it does still look like they're doing it looks like they're doing two things, both of which I'm not a huge fan of. They're giving a lot of the new models broken abilities. The new Orc and Yarrick are both kind of busted. And
Yeah, Yarrick has the stinking reactive move that is like, what?
yeah, yeah. And the
Not
thing
not only reactive move, but reactive shooting. not as a stratagem, just as a thing.
Yeah, and the other problem that I've got with it is that part of the way they've made them broken is they're determined, I guess, to give every single faction and subfaction a Primarch. And it's not interesting. Like the idea of the Primarchs having the 3 abilities, right? In your command phase, you select one of 3 abilities, was really cool. I really liked it. It made Primarchs and Primarch level things feel really unique. When they gave it to Call, I was like, you know what? I prefer if it was just with Primarchs, but as far as characters go, Call, not a bad one to get it. And now they not only gave it to Yarrick, they've also given it to the Orc Biker.
So I think I'm actually going to disagree with you on this one here.
Okay.
I think that it's very interesting because it opens up some unique gameplay options where you're kind of bringing back a little bit of the more like not in depth, but like options when it comes to command models where it's like you have your regular leaders that just do their one thing, but you have like a slightly more complex set of leaders above that that just allow you to have some more options. I don't know. I think it's just nice to have some more flexibility in what you can do in the rules and have that not just be limited to Space Marines.
No, I
I
do.
do think
Yeah.
it is harder to balance, and clearly, uh, I think Yarrick is gonna probably need a day one nerf
So
of
so
some sort.
so I will meet you part way on this one. So the idea of having each faction have a, let's say, we can use the term supreme commander or
Yeah,
a highly tactically flexible unit or
yeah.
commanding unit is great for a tactical game. I agree. The reason why I'm a little off with it is that I I don't see then what is ultimately unique about the Primarchs. And I don't just mean Imperial Space Marines. Chaos Primarchs too have the 3 aura or the 3 ability things. I'm not sure what actually sets gameplay wise Primarchs apart. You can say, well, they're kind of tough. Like, okay, they're Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights are a thing. And if for example they gave what's the Imperial Knight character there, Rex.
Canis Rex.
If they gave Canis Rex the 3 auras, he's basically just better than Gilliman and the Lion, roughly speaking. So especially if they buff his to hits. So I don't know. I think I do get what you're saying. The other thing with it though is that part of the punishment of bringing a Primarch was the points, that you're paying 3, 4, 500 points for a Primarch to get access to these abilities. And Yarrick is 150 points, which granted for guard is a lot, but it's just 150 for some gnarly abilities. So I don't know. We'll see. I will say some of the things that I've had the most fun with is the new detachments. Some of the detachments that they've released, I don't know who is in charge of writing the detachments now, but thank goodness. I I don't know if you've looked at
Yeah,
them.
I've looked a bit how it's a more modular system.
Well,
Oh
it's
no, no, like the
the
final 10th ones.
yeah, the final 10th ones. It base as
I've
far
looked
as
at a
I
couple of them.
yeah, as far as I can tell, basically they just said, what have people been clamoring for? Let's just give them it. You've got a whole detachment just for the Bane Blade.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Hey, there's another somewhat usable AdMech detachment now.
There is. There is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where they.
Eradication cohort.
Yes. Yes. I'm trying to find where they have that. Let me see. Bu- 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 bu. I'm not gonna be able to find it in all these, but
It's hold on. So basically, yeah, eradication cohort. Basically, it is buffing the. Yep, so it's basically buffing Doctrinas in Protector. You also get it's for Skitarii
mhm,
only, so
sure.
you in addition to all the other buffs, you get to re-roll a hit roll of 1.
Mm-hmm.
In Conqueror, you get to re-roll a wound roll of 1. It's simple, but
Hey, I mean, at the
your
end of the
Skitarii are killing
at
you.
as simple as reroll abilities are, they're bloody powerful. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I like the new Astra Militarum vehicles, all the Space Marine and not all. Well, actually, I think all the Space Marine and Guard detachments that have come out are all vehicle related, which is cool. I can have armored convoys. I love armored convoys. And yeah, and they've had some changes to combat um that actually make it pretty darn cool. Overrun fights are going to make things very interesting. Um, have you looked up overruns?
No, actually, not really.
So it's actually pretty darn cool. So if you've got, let's say you've blocked up a piece of terrain, you've got a vehicle and then you've got one of your units behind it. If I charge 2 units into the vehicle and I destroy it by only activating one of the units, my second unit can pile in, and if they reach the unit you had behind the vehicle, they can still fight them.
Okay,
It's basically
interesting.
it's a way for melee armies to kind of push through the chaff blockades that someone like
Okay.
a Tau army might throw a bunch of Kroot forward to slow you
Hmm.
down, and you can kind of push through it, which I think will actually help a great deal because melee armies right now can get shot off the board pretty brutally. Okay, yeah, um, no, I like it. A lot of these rules, I'm a big fan of. The there were some issues with 10th that became more and more prominent over time, but a lot of these rule changes I'm a big fan of. I don't I haven't heard anything
I
about playtesting, but if I had to guess, I'd say this came from playtesting.
I feel I am cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh yeah, and then they just revealed new grots. Whoopee. Yeah, awesome. And I don't think we play Apocalypse very much, so but
No,
technically
we've
I
never
guess they've
played
released.
Apocalypse. We don't have enough models, or I at least don't have enough models to make Apocalypse worth it.
How many points is Apocalypse? 3,000?
Uh, More, I think. It's
Really?
like I think it's basically just the brig everything.
The
Just the brig everything.
just all of it all at once.
I think so.
Uh Here are a couple rules, and they all work just as well at 3,000 points as they do up to 30,000 points.
Yeah.
Oh man. I feel like if ever we have just a solid month where neither of us are doing anything, we should do something like that.
I'm not sure how often that's gonna happen with me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, that's kind of it. That's all. I just
Uh,
wanted to kind of talk over a lot of the
yeah.
stuff that has come out. A lot of the there's a lot to it, man. I'm excited again. I started to have some too many issues with Games Workshop and 40K towards the end of 10th, but this is exciting.
Yeah, this looks like it could be decent. Looks like it will hopefully be a better kind of direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.